My other fear is just his anger, which really blinds him as he gets a bit physical and sometimes just says hurtful things. Oh my Lord.
What up, y'all? Josh and Isi here once again with another quality video. So we decided to slow things back down. I know we've been doing a lot of vlogs, and trust me, those are still coming. So if you like those, don't worry, they're still coming. But Therapy Thursdays are usually a little bit more chill, a little more relaxed.
So, y'all love them.
Yeah, y'all really do love these. So we are back once again with another Therapy Thursday. It is getting kind of late, so we're gonna kind of just hop right into this. Oh, quick disclaimer though, we are not licensed therapists. We're giving out friendly advice based on our own experience. If you are in a serious relationship with someone and you feel like you are having some troubles and you really need help, we encourage you to seek real therapists. Don't come running to YouTube for help.
Yeah, kind of just take it as a grain of salt for the most part. Like Josh said, this is based off our own life, our perspective, our own experiences. So we're gonna do the best we can to help y'all out.
With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this video. We got hot cocoa, by the way, y'all.
The light skin hot chocolate.
Light skin hot chocolates. We definitely got some.
If you watched our vlog, you know what that means. All right, so the first one, Therapy Thursday question. Do you think you need closure? The reason I chose this one is because I feel like a lot of people seek closure when you're ending a relationship, for example. It might have ended like abruptly or whatever. There was never that closure.
Need? No. Want? For sure.
Absolutely. I think
everybody wants it.
I think everybody wants it, but I sometimes feel like people use it as like an excuse or like that last saving grace type of thing. Like maybe this conversation will bring us back together type thing. At least that's what they're thinking in the back of their head. Because to me, if somebody has like dogged you out and done you bogus, I'm at an age and maturity level now where I realize I didn't need closure. They had proved to me through their actions of our relationship where we stood, how much I meant. You know what I'm trying to say? So some people who have this thing of like, I just need closure, I want it. I think that it's really you're allowing the emotions to outweigh your reality.
To be honest, I feel like closure, no matter how it ends, I feel like that kind of shows you the closure.
Yeah.
Like if someone ghosts you, that's technically all the closure you need.
Yeah, but you want more.
Yeah, you're gonna want more and you're gonna have questions often. And you know, crazily, from the guy side of things, I can think back to when I wasn't interested in females. I just wanted certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would ghost them.
And they probably wanted closure.
And they probably wanted closure, but in my eyes, me discommunicating you, that's me saying, yo, this ain't it.
And I feel like, especially if it's like a toxic relationship, you don't need closure. You need to run and keep running. No, seriously, because people want to always leave that door kind of open. The closure, wanting that is kind of open. Shut it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. People play their hands with their actions. They say a lot more with actions than they do with words.
Right.
And you asking for more words, they can either blow smoke up your behind.
Exactly.
They can fluff it. They can come up with a great excuse to get you back in that toxic cycle. But if they show you, take that. Don't try and make another story. Everybody wants to paint the good picture.
Yeah.
I've been there. I wanted to paint a very good picture for people and give them the benefit of the doubt. This isn't even like, this isn't friendship.
I was gonna say, now friendships closures I think are a little bit different. I think that sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah, I feel like in friendship,
sometimes
like things can fall off the map, and you know you don't want to go your whole life like if your best friend just automatically disappears. Yeah, you want something out of that, because it's not even like a physical thing. It's not like you were trying to get something out of me. It's just like what happened. Like I'm really confused.
But when it's them relationships,
if
it's over, let it be over.
Yeah, if especially if it's coming from a guy, sadly enough, like it's kind of how it is. Yeah. I know sometimes there's very rare and specific situations, and I know a lot of y'all gonna say like my situation is different, or you know, like, and I get that. You know, are some very rare specific moments where like, okay, he fell off the map, but it was necessary. Like he had to get his life together. But at the end of the day, people don't ghost you for no reason, especially if they're interested.
And if they didn't give you closure to begin with,
if they cared, they would want closure just as much as you would want closure.
Well, to me, if they cared, then it wouldn't be this yearning for closure. It would have been that from the jump, but.
I would say no, you don't need it, but I can see why you would want it. Therapy Thursday. Want to say how much I love you both and the high standards you set for a healthy relationship. Love that. I sometimes genuinely and truly look up to you. Oh, appreciate that. Really appreciate that. My boyfriend and I have known each other since we were 4 years old and have been best friends since the age of 10. Wow, that's history. Okay. Our families were best friends too, especially our moms and young brothers. However, his dad messed things up and tried to hit on my mom when my dad wasn't around. He's not a great guy, and my dad has always known this. Because of this, our families are now fighting and not on speaking terms. We were only a few months in when the whole situation happened, and we were meeting behind our parents' back. Recently, my mom found a photo of us in my car, and now my parents know. They told me and my younger brother to cut ties when this happened. I didn't listen back then when we were just friends, and now it's even harder. No idea what to do. My boyfriend is a great guy and is super caring about my feelings and says he will leave his family for mine, but I don't know how that will work out in the future. I'm super scared and no clue on what to do. I wanted to be a part of his family as much as he would be a part of mine. The problem is with him that he can be careless at times and has lied to me in the past regarding his boys, as they are not a good influence, and I've told him this. He is trying to fix it, and I can see the genuine effort from him, but I'm still unsure on if I should work together to make this work with the whole parent situation or just take this opportunity to leave.
That is a lot.
It's a lot. And y'all have some serious history.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I wish I knew how old they were. If they're like closer to our age, like our peers, then to me, in terms of like the parents saying like you gotta cut him off, I would feel like, no you don't. Because you're a young adult, like you get to make your own decisions regardless of what your parents think. But if you're like still under their roof, they're paying for your car that you took a picture, like that's when it starts to get.
It gets tricky
Yes.
when you're still under the protection and cover of your parents.
Yes.
If we're being respectful, you should be respecting your parents in their household. And sometimes parents see some things that you
might
don't
not
see.
Right. And I was gonna say, she had me like very, I don't know what to say type energy until she started saying like his boys are an influence, stuff like that. And he's lied in the past. Because my thing is, if you're gonna make a big decision like that where you're basically going against your parents,
You don't
the
wanna
person has to be like worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
gotta
there
be
should
a
be
gun-ho kind of thing. Like,
and the fact that there's already kind of like,
if there's some iffiness to it, sadly enough, I would like, the family's not going anywhere. The other boy, like, maybe y'all should just be friends until you're adults and then try it again. Like when you're fully adults and kind of maybe matured out, feel things out. But I wouldn't go gun-ho into saying like, no, I'm choosing him over my family kind of thing. And I hate to say this, but especially in the teenage years, you don't want to be making big love decisions like that. You still have to mature in your love. So like young age love comes and goes. We've had talks with young kids and they say they are in love. In love. And I mean, like,
we'll hear, when they're telling us the story back, we'll hear all the red flags, all the toxicity, all of that. But they don't have those lenses on. So if you're like a teenager, you might not have the lenses that your parents have or that like we have and what we're trying to explain to you, but just like trust us on this. If it's meant to be, it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
But like if you're young, if you're not an adult, listen to your parents.
But and I wouldn't say as far as like cutting ties completely and not talking to them. But I would definitely say, take a step back and back. Look, okay, there's a lot going on between our families. I think maybe we should just stay friends for now and see how things go and grow. Because you're gonna go to college, you're gonna see a whole bunch of. We don't know what they are. Yeah, we really don't know how old you are. But if you're still kind of under the influence of your parents, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm gonna take a strong assumption you're not in college. So take your time.
Therapy Thursday, my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years. We have been talking since year one about marriage because of the infidelities on his side along the way. I'm now scared to get married to a serial cheater. My other fear is just his anger, which really blinds him as he gets a bit physical and sometimes just says hurtful things. Oh my Lord. Are you gonna let me finish?
Okay, yeah, okay. You can going.
I also have my own flaws, which I know he has made room for. I just want to know how best can I work through this marriage fear. Sometimes I just feel like our future together isn't going to be good together. But at the same time, I know I have my own flaws, which he is so patient with. How do you draw the line between flaws that you can help someone to work on, than red flags that are just going to get worse? Please help and thank you.
Let me tell you this. I have flaws. She has flaws. We have flaws. We not stepping out this relationship though.
And we're not abusive to each other
And
anyway.
I dang sure ain't putting my hands on her.
And me neither, because I feel like women need to be held to that same standard. Like, it's not okay to put your hands on somebody you say that you love.
Those are like when I this is bigger than a flag, which is why I grabbed this whole drink.
Give me my dog jacket.
That is a stop sign.
Yeah.
When people start getting physical, or when they start doing very toxic behavior, cheating, physical abuse, mental abuse, these top tier toxic behaviors, you need to get out.
This is not gonna switch. It's not gonna change. Like, this is who the person is.
No. Yeah, it's not your job to change them. And golly, if you're thinking about marriage, I'm sure you've probably been in this a while with them, and that means you've probably been going through this a while.
What is the question?
Is this as good as love can get? Does forever look good to you right now?
Right, based off where you guys are at.
Look at the
what
pack.
he has shown you, not his potential, what y'all could be, based off right now, what y'all relationship is.
History repeats itself, especially if you don't acknowledge it. You said he is a serial cheater, which means that history is continually repeating itself.
And the fact that she already is saying she doesn't think they're gonna have a good life together, you kind of already know what you gotta do, sis.
That's
like you feel it, like that female intuition. I feel like we ignore it so much, and like that remorsefulness of like, I have my flaws too. But like, women just do that so much. We kind of like coddle too much sometimes. Just because you have your flaws doesn't give him the right, or his flaws to have the right to put his hands on you or treat you wrong, you know? So
you got three forms of discernment. You got your head, you got your heart, you got your gut. Your gut's telling you no. This is a very good brain. Okay? The gut be telling the truth, and it don't be sugarcoating nothing.
That's true.
The gut be really talking. The heart always wants love to win.
Yeah.
Always. This is always gonna.
It's always gonna find a way or an excuse.
Find a way.
Yeah.
The head is basically trying to negotiate between the two. It's trying to calculate all the facts. It's trying to like look at everything as it is, and then sometimes it can trick you because sometimes the heart outweighs it. But if you having that battle, the gut is usually right. That gut feeling is like, I don't know. Even if it's sort of like on the fence energy, that's your gut saying, no, and your heart is just kind of trying to sugarcoat it before it gets to your brain.
Marriage in our head is such a forever thing. Like, we really like made sure both of us were on the same page of like, we're in this until one of us is no longer here type thing.
And we've gone through a lot to get to this point of saying and I feel like sometimes people rush into it without asking tough questions, without taking tough looks at the relationship, like saying like stuff like that. If she was abusive, if she was cheating, if there was like some behaviors that I was like, no, I don't see that as a good partner, we'd probably separate, or we wouldn't think about marriage. I wouldn't put a ring out. I think people aren't as critical as they need to be before taking that step, because in our eyes, marriage is supposed to be a one-time thing. It's not supposed to be like dating. I know that.
Yeah.
There's investments made. There's bank accounts tied together. There's homes built. Children made.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. So you raised too many red flags for me to give you the go ahead.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No. Therapy Thursday. My boyfriend and I have been dating for almost 2 years now in August, and I'm still teaching him how I want to be loved. He also had a hard time expressing himself, whether it's his feelings about me or about an event that has occurred that affected him within his family. Would this be considered normal? We just moved in together a month ago, and we're still trying to get used to being around each other more often. His job requires him to be gone a couple days out of the week, so I still get my alone time.
I think that it would be good for you to try to get a go with this first, because you were kind of him at one point.
I was sort of him.
But I didn't wait 2 years to.
She didn't wait 2 years for sure. I wouldn't say it's abnormal given the fact that the patriarchy and toxic masculinity is still very prevalent.
Right.
Guys are still afraid to cry. Like, emotions are still
Yeah,
kind
they're
of this
not taught
new
how to-
thing.
Yeah.
Men and emotions is a very new trend. It's a
Right.
new thing. But at the same time, at some point, like, are you seeing progress? That's my real question. If you're seeing progress, then don't give up on it. But if it's just like a
I
dead
can't
halt,
give that to you.
yeah, when they start using words like can't, won't,
I don't know how.
that all can be worked out. I really don't like the can't word. I'd rather you just say won't. Because can't, then you start creating, like your mind starts creating excuses as to why you can't. And it starts like literally forming things as to why you can't. Like you'll put yourself in a vice, but like if you're seeing improvement, just keep pushing. Now, you guys said you moved in together.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's
after 2 years.
After 2 years, that's a little early.
If he already isn't good with being expressive of his emotions, but y'all have moved, like y'all, it's almost kind of like, and I hate when people say this, so take this kind of with a grain of salt, but like the steps or the orders very out of whack. Not to say everybody has to take the same exact steps in life to have a successful, healthy relationship, but it's more so like, I know for me, I wouldn't, if you were never able to give me that, like be able to express yourself emotionally whatsoever, I'm certainly not going to move in with you, because to me, moving in means taking a next step into longevity, aka, you know,
next step, marriage.
And I'm not gonna do that with somebody who can't even give me a way for us to connect on a deeper level.
I think the real thing that I would say is that if I can't get all of you, emotions and all, I don't want to necessarily give you 24-hour access to me.
Exactly. I love that. Yeah. Facts.
Because like,
Facts.
I don't know where you stand, but here I am giving you everything. Cheat codes to my heart.
Yep. Splitting rent.
Wifely duties.
Wifely duties. Like, yeah, you gotta be.
And you're still holding back something that costs you nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you anything to express yourself. It might be tough.
Right.
But at the very least, I need to hear where your head's at.
Facts.
I need to know where you're at, because now we're in the same house.
Facts.
You could be on a whole nother planet.
Yeah.
And now we're together.
No,
if something hits the fan, where do I go? We're living together.
Yeah.
And I know people probably look at us and be like, oh, you guys are living together and you're not married.
But
There's
what
a
did
ring.
I was gonna say,
There's
I
a
made
ring.
it so clear.
She made it
I
excruciatingly
refused.
clear.
Refused.
That at the bare minimum, a ring. Because she needed to see some
That's a form of commitment.
commitment.
Yeah.
Future. Like,
So if I'm up here fixing him sandwiches and cleaning the dishes and stuff like that, I feel like we're equal in this, because I know where we're going next. It's not me just doing that aimlessly, waiting for a proposal or waiting for you to, you know what I mean? The slogan that my cousin always stuck with me was, why buy the milk if he already has the cow? AKA, if you're already doing wifely duties for a guy, why is he going to buy you the ring? Why is he going to have even a little bit of fire under his butt to make you like take that next step with you?
Yeah. And I mean, granted, we don't know financial situations or life situations and whole context and stuff like that, but just a word to the wise, when you guys, if you have the financials to stay on your own, and if like you guys are good separate, really take into consideration what moving in really means.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, that's 24-hour access.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot that comes with 24-hour access to a
And she
person.
said they're still trying to like get used to that and get to know each other with it and stuff like that.
So I would just tread lightly. At this point, you're together. Yeah. So at this point, I really think you need to be pushing for more emotional.
Yeah, you gotta demand it at this point.
Yeah, you want emotional security in this, because me personally, I ain't got time for you to have some emotional breakdown dip, and now I'm left with whatever rent, whatever everything that has left there. Your credit's on the line. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the line. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a toughie.
Therapy Thursday. What do you do when your significant other lacks accountability? Always shift blaming and providing excuses for his actions. Never actually apologetic. You probably answered that a little bit better than me, because I had a little, I mean, that sounds super harsh.
That's
harsher than what I was.
That's harsher than what she was, but
I had a little accountability issue.
We were in a similar situation. And I will say it did get to a boiling point, and I'm normally a pretty docile person.
Yeah.
So at some point you gotta start being real, and like, we have this thing called Miami moments. We didn't have it at the time, but it was certainly a Miami moment when I reached my boiling point. Yeah. And that's basically like saying, this is a safe space. I'm gonna hit it to you blunt. I'm gonna hit you between the eyes with whatever I gotta say. You can't get mad at me, and then we just
know it's coming from a place of love.
Know it's coming from a place of love, but
avoid the sugar coating and stuff when you're trying to tell somebody something directly. Miami moments are so.
We could probably explain Miami moments a little better in another video.
True.
But
hashtag Miami in the comment section.
Yeah, hashtag Miami if you want to see that. But if I explain it to her, I was like, yo, I need you to say sorry. Because sorry lets me know that you acknowledge that you were wrong too.
Yeah.
But if I feel like I'm saying sorry all the time,
right.
I feel like I'm wrong all the time.
Right. And that's not real. Like it takes two.
Yeah, you should go think of something like
yeah.
That's assuming a state of perfection, and that's never the case.
And it's toxic to think so.
Toxic to think so.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's like that's a deal breaker. Actually, at that moment, I was biting on a lanyard saying like, yo, this is a deal breaker. I never really came to her with deal breakers, but I was like, this is a deal breaker. Because if you're not gonna apologize, that means like I'm basically just gonna be yes manning you this whole time.
Right. And that's not fair.
It's not fair at all.
So
both parties need to take accountability. And both parties need to be open-minded.
Yeah.
I feel like especially in the relationship, you need to be open-minded to the other person's point of view. Like when you say listen to understand and not to be understood.
Yeah.
I think we do a very good job. When I start talking, you're understanding. And when you start talking, I'm understanding. I'm not sitting here waiting on a rebuttal moment like, let me tell her about herself.
Yeah.
It's more like, let me just internalize it.
That's the only way the problem will get fixed.
It's the only way.
Otherwise, it's an ego trip. It's gonna just be ego going back and forth. Y'all never resolve it.
If you're constantly trying to give licks out because you feel like you didn't get the last lick,
right.
It's gonna just snowball into you guys leaving each other. So yes, you need to force that accountability out.
Yeah. Or leave if you never get it.
Yeah.
Or not never.
Be prepared to leave.
Yeah.
All right, Therapy Thursday. I was in a close friendship / situationship for almost 3 years since I was not ready for a relationship. But since 2020, I've been praying and asking God for a healthy black love and not just a simple situationship with a bare minimum. We started watching your couples channel, me and my situationship, since the last 6 months without any intention of being a couple. Mind y'all, dude has been acting correctly and doing all the efforts required, or rather that I look for in a significant other. Do you think it is a good thing to evolve in this way?
I think it's a great thing.
I think it's phenomenal.
I know that's gonna sound super cocky, but like the type of content we try to make is for this type of stuff. Like if we can be the influence that you guys have to start shaping a potential relationship, I'm here for it.
Hey, but like, I think the reason why I'm so happy about it is because, at least on this channel specifically, we preach a lot of things like communication. Like,
things that'll really make your relationship work.
And you guys are watching it
together before actually being in one.
And he's receptive to it.
Right.
I feel like, not to be crazy, but I feel like there's a lot of females on here and not a lot of guys that are really receptive to a lot of this stuff because obviously.
But we do know we have some guy quality.
We have guy quality.
We see y'all, but saying overall in general,
it's majority women. So for y'all to be, as a couple, watching this video, trying to get better at your relationship, both committed to working hard. You're a situationship, I get it, but you're growing together.
Right. Growing together. Yeah, I feel like if you're watching our channel, you're growing together because literally we're growing together while we do content for you guys. So I'm actually liking the slow pace that you guys are moving at because it's like, okay, we're friends, but like there's something else, kind of moves into something different. It develops, it blossoms organically. Nothing's being forced. It doesn't seem like you guys are doing anything that would make you question it. I didn't hear any red flags. Right. You said he's actually doing stuff that like you would like to see in a man. I think you're on the right page.
I'm giving you green lights.
You're heavily on the right page.
I think you're on the right track.
Yeah.
If you have no red flags, I have no red flags. You didn't give me any red flags in that. So
I was gonna say too, I don't know if you guys have caught the video, in the last 6 months, maybe they did, about our Sunday reflection we did during Vlogmas.
Oh,
but that could be something dope to start trying to incorporate in you guys' situationship, soon to be possibly relationship too. Like, or if you guys dissect our videos afterwards, like I'm not sure, like what did you take, or like if you're like, what did you think about what Josh said about blah, 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 or what did you think about what Isi said? Like just dissecting and digging deeper. That's ultimately what it is. A lot of people we've realized during the dating phase don't dig deep enough in conversation with each other. And then we end up in these situations, or see these situations all the time, where people get married and they're looking like, I didn't know who this person was. Because you didn't dig deep enough. And it causes for uncomfortable conversations, or things that maybe happened traumatically in your childhood. Like just that type of stuff not only shapes a deeper bond and, to me, a friendship, but like it really allows you to get to know the person that you are with.
And you really want to know that person. Inside, backwards, forwards, up, down. You want to know that person before you put rings on.
Yeah. And you know me so well. My mom is always like, he knows you so well. tell.
I
Like
know
in
when
my
she
face
looks at
expression, her
attitude, I
energy
know when her
changes.
energy's gone. I know when it's here. I know what pisses her off. I know what makes her happy. I know how to get out of situations when I piss her off.
Oh, whatever.
Like I know everything.
I do too. I'm not gonna name all of that because I feel like I have more like expressive stuff than I can call out on you, but I can always tell when your face shifts or your mood changes, or like we worked out earlier today. I'm like, don't beat yourself up. Like it's not that big.
She can always catch
read
me when
each
I get
other
frustrated.
very well. But we spent so much time together and put in so much work into this relationship. We know each other like the back of our hands.
We dang near put 9 to 5 energy into our relationship.
More than that.
I feel like we really did.
Yeah.
Because like
y'all, that's what it takes. It's a forever investment. Last one.
Last one.
All right. Therapy Thursday. First off, love y'all. Love you too.
Love you too.
Been a loyal subscriber for many years. Here's the tea. There's this older guy that I'm seeing, in parentheses, 5 years older, nothing crazy. We have been seeing each other frequently, in parentheses, at least twice a week, since 2021 Valentine's Day, and we met online. Everything is perfect. He gives me literally all of his time. He calls me, texts me, he sees me on his off days, and vice versa. If I work on his day off, he'll pick up a shift. He's emotionally available. We have deep talks about things like purpose. We want the same things in life like family and just little things like adopting kids in the future. We have similar tastes in music, shows, etc. We're very similar and have agreed that we are quote unquote talking exclusively and also having beep beep, LOL. They literally put LOL, but I'm also LOL. Exclusively. She said beep beep, exclusively. My issue is that he won't make things official right now because he doesn't want to rush into a relationship like he did with his ex, in parentheses, got with her in 1 week. While I understand his feelings, it already feels like we're in a relationship. The time we give each other, what we do together, the exclusivity, etc. I'm slightly worried that he may be using me, but he doesn't seem like the type and seems genuine. I brought it up to him before and we've talked about it, but I'm obviously still single, LMAO. Do you think I need to chill? Am I worried about this too much? Should I be patient? Let me know. Ooh, that's a lot. So since February of this year to now, that's 4 months?
4 months? No, cause here's the thing. Steve Harvey, golly.
What?
Steve Harvey.
What?
Steve Harvey says like the whole 90-day thing. Right? That's 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Okay. I feel like if you would have said like a year, I'd be like, okay, worry.
Right.
You know? But 4 months of talking.
Getting to know each other.
Getting to know each other.
The fact that she also said they've agreed that they are exclusive, at least.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've heard from my friends and family who are like dating in the dating world. If somebody don't exclude, like say y'all are exclusive, don't assume it.
Don't assume anything in the
dating
dating
So the fact that they've established that, I think that you might be tripping just a little bit, sis. Just a little bit though. But like, it's not wrong to still have those feelings in the back of your head, just to be aware, right? Because
is it weird that I would say like enjoy the moment?
It's not
just
weird.
Enjoy the journey. Protect your heart just slightly, but enjoy the journey.
Right. But part of me just, I don't know, because he said he got with his ex within a week, but they've been together for 4 months and done so much together. At this point, I feel like you kind of would know if you want to be in a relationship. So I can see her side of why she's like, well, why aren't we boyfriend and girlfriend yet? Like, we are doing everything that a boyfriend and girlfriend would do. You know, like, or if somebody was to step out, I'm pretty sure you'll have that entitlement of like, what are you doing type thing. So that's my only confusion. Like, usually, not saying this is the case, but usually when somebody's not trying to give a title, there's some other stuff going on.
Something of that nature. But I mean, you guys are like lining up on a lot of stuff.
Right.
I don't know. Honestly, that's one of those I don't know moments. What I would say is if you're happy right now, enjoy the happiness, take it in. You guys are obviously in a good place. It feels like, you know, you're on the same page, you're vibing. So enjoy that, you know, hold on to that. Because I feel like a lot of the times people spend their whole relationship worried about something that could or could not exist. And then you look back and be like, well, I didn't enjoy anything because I was too busy being work.
Right.
But at the same time,
it's just a little interesting.
It is.
It's interesting enough to be cautious with your heart.
Yes, that's what I
But not crazy enough to like think he's wilding and stuff like that.
Yeah. You guys are operating pretty much like boyfriend and girlfriend. There's no title involved, and that can be tricky because titles definitely help solidify things. But you guys obviously had to talk about exclusivity, so I don't know.
I guess maybe if anything, to give yourself a little bit more like validation in the situation or try to get it. ask exactly what does exclusivity mean. To me, exclusivity means I'm only dating you.
Yeah.
With the intention to get in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
But like my perspective of what exclusivity is might not be somebody else.
Because he could have easily said, "Oh yeah, we're exclusive," or it could be like, "Currently, I'm exclusively with you."
Right. In this moment.
In this moment, I'm exclusive with
because
you. Because I've
heard and known of guys doing the same thing where it seems like they have, like, you're with them all the time, y'all are doing so much together, y'all are talking all the time, but somehow they still find time to do stuff with other people.
Yeah.
So that's why we're just like, protect your heart.
Protect your heart.
Be cautious. Be observant.
Yeah, be observant, and I'd say give it another 2 months and then revisit that conversation.
Right, six months,
half a year marker.
Yeah.
Either we dating or we not. And,
yeah.
We gotta figure this out.
Facts.
Because half a year is a long time. These years be going like hotcakes. Okay.
Yeah.
You really need to start thinking
That's
about
true.
6 months is a long time. So at that point, we either solidify this or we cut ties.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. But until then, enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. But that is all we have for you guys today.
What? I want to show them the skyline.
Okay, we'll show them after the video.
Okay.
We gotta close this bad boy out.
Okay.
So we're gonna show you guys the skyline after we close this out. But we're really glad you guys stuck around to the end of this video.
We got a long day, child.
Had a long die. What'd I say?
Die?
Long die?
What?
It's been long. It's been long. It's been long. But that is all we have for you guys. Stay on the lookout. We have more lit content coming you all's way. So keep those post notifications turned all the way up. If you don't already know, I am Hydrated Hero. She is Isimeme Edeko. Together we are Josh and Isi. Now you can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again, peace, love, and grease, and we out.
Y'all, I wanted to get some behind the scenes. That sunset is absolutely gorgeous. Had to throw it on here for behind the scenes. You already know, we made it outside. Beautiful Chicago, love my city. And we love you guys for tuning in. All right, y'all, till next time.
Hey, 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 subscribe. Hey, 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 new video.